Did you know that, according to statistics from the National Institute on Aging, nearly 63% of women over the age of 50 in the United States are consuming an herbal tea that seems harmless, but may actually disrupt the body's internal balance? That number truly surprised me. Because many of these women, along with countless others I have met during more than 20 years of working in this field, now have no idea that a single cup of tea each day could quietly interfere with sleep, lower vitality, and affect mood without any clear explanation. Dr. Lisa Mosconi, a renowned neuroscientist in the United States, has spent over 2 decades researching how food and beverages influence women's health during midlife. And she was the first to issue a warning. She said, "Some natural herbs can throw off the rhythm of the endocrine system if used incorrectly or at the wrong time." Are you experiencing something similar? Is your sleep shorter, your body slower to recover, or your mood up and down? If you are over 50, please watch this video until the end. It might change the way you care for your health every day. What country are you watching from? Leave a comment below. Have you ever experienced this? Share your story so we can better walk this journey together. After the age of 50, a woman's body no longer responds the way it once did. Instead of clear and obvious signs, many changes begin to happen quietly. The body's natural rhythm slows down, metabolism becomes less predictable. Things that once felt easy, like getting a full night's sleep, staying energized throughout the day, or maintaining a steady weight, now require more patience and care. You may find yourself waking up in the middle of the night for no clear reason. Your body feels tired even when you have not done anything strenuous. Your mood shifts more easily. Foods you used to love may now cause discomfort. And sometimes, it feels as if you are living in a new body that you have not quite gotten used to. According to the National Institutes of Health, NIH, this is the stage when the body's hormonal function begins to shift. The organs that help coordinate internal balance start to slow down. This directly affects your sleep, your ability to maintain energy, and your everyday emotions. However, this is not something negative. Your body is not broken. It is simply moving into a new chapter. What matters most is that you understand these signals, respect the new rhythm, and make gentle adjustments to your daily habits so you can support your body rather than work against it. Taking care of your health after 50 does not have to be complicated. It just needs the right approach at the right time. One of the most common habits among women over 50 is drinking herbal tea. Many choose to drink tea in the evening to relax, cool down, or feel lighter in the stomach. For many people, herbal tea seems like a natural choice, free from side effects, and completely safe for health. But sometimes, it is that very familiarity that leads us to let our guard down. And this may be one of the quiet reasons why your internal balance begins to shift in unexpected ways. One of the teas that many people trust is licorice tea. It has a mildly sweet taste, is easy to drink, and is often included in calming tea blends. However, according to a report from the National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health in the United States, licorice contains a natural compound that may raise blood pressure and alter hormone regulation in the body if used frequently and over a long period of time. This is especially important for women over 50, as the body becomes more sensitive to substances that influence biological processes. Another example is peppermint tea. Many people use peppermint to cool the body and soothe the stomach. However, according to research published in the journal Plant Foods for Human Nutrition, the essential oil components in peppermint may mildly suppress the activity of certain endocrine glands. In younger individuals, This might not produce noticeable effects, but in women whose bodies have entered a stage that requires more stability, even small shifts like this can contribute to imbalances in the body's regulatory system. The truth is, not every tea is suitable for everybody. And not every tea should be consumed daily without careful consideration, especially when your body is going through a natural adjustment process in response to age-related changes. Choosing a type of tea should be seen as choosing a companion for your daily health. Without caution, that familiar cup may quietly disrupt the delicate balance your body is working so hard to protect. After the age of 50, a woman's body becomes more sensitive to outside influences. Everything you put into your body each day, including food, beverages, and even natural herbs, can create subtle effects on your internal regulatory systems. This is especially true when your body is entering a transition phase, a time when everything becomes more delicate and needs to be carefully balanced. Certain herbal teas, such as licorice tea or peppermint tea, contain natural bioactive compounds. When these compounds enter the body, they can interact with the endocrine system, which is responsible for coordinating many essential functions in women. Under normal conditions, the body can self-regulate, but after health threats, this ability gradually declines. That means even a small external factor can lead to long-term internal consequences. According to a report by the National Center for Complementary and Integrative Health, some types of licorice contain a compound called glycyrrhizin. When consumed several times a day or over an extended period, this compound may cause water retention, increase blood pressure, and interfere with the body's ability to regulate hormones. While these effects may not appear immediately, they can accumulate over time and disrupt the body's natural balance. Research published in the Journal of the American College of Nutrition also shows that women who regularly consume peppermint tea or peppermint-based products may experience mild suppression of certain peripheral endocrine glands. This does not mean peppermint tea is harmful to everyone, but in a body over the age of 50, where internal systems need more stability than ever, even small shifts like this should be taken seriously. At this stage of life, a woman's body is like a finely tuned scale. Just one small addition that does not align with your current needs can tip the balance, disrupting the stability you have worked so hard to maintain. Many women over the age of 50 often assume that feeling tired, having trouble sleeping, or struggling to focus is just a normal part of aging. However, these may actually be early signals that your body is responding to an internal imbalance, and sometimes the cause may come from a familiar habit that seems completely harmless. Have you ever found yourself waking up at 3 in the morning and not being able to fall back asleep? Even though you are exhausted, do you notice your mood shifting easily without a clear reason? Or perhaps your skin feels drier, your hair seems weaker, and your memory is not as sharp as it once was. These small changes are often overlooked, but when they add up, they can become a burden that makes it harder for your body to recover. According to the National Institutes of Health, the stage from age 50 onward is when the endocrine system begins to slow down. When external factors such as regulatory herbs or teas containing bioactive compounds are introduced into the body frequently, this balance becomes more easily disrupted. As a result, the body begins to send signals through shorter sleep cycles, emotional fluctuations, or unexpected weight gain, even when your diet has not changed. What matters most is that you listen to these changes with calm awareness, not to worry, but to understand that your body is asking for gentle adjustments. When you recognize the signs and respond at the right time, things can return to balance in a more natural and sustainable way. Not every type of tea needs to be completely avoided. Sometimes the issue is not the tea itself, but how we use it. Instead of drinking tea in the evening before bed, you can simply adjust the timing and enjoy it earlier in the day. This allows your body more time to process it and reduces its potential impact on the body's regulatory system during the sensitive hours of the evening. You can also consider replacing some familiar teas with gentler alternatives. For example, instead of licorice tea, you might choose chamomile tea. This is a type of tea that many experts recommend for the end of the day due to its calming nature and minimal impact on hormonal activity. Another suggestion is a light ginger tea in the early morning to support circulation and digestion without disturbing your internal balance. It is also important to remember not to overuse any type of tea, even when it is made from natural ingredients. Every body is different. What matters most is how you feel after drinking it. If you notice trouble sleeping, emotional instability, or increased fatigue after a few weeks of drinking a particular tea, it may be time to reassess your routine. According to experts at the Mayo Clinic, caring for your health after the age of 50 should begin with the simplest steps. By adjusting just 1 cup of tea in your day, you may be opening the door to a healthier and more mindful chapter of life with your body. Not long ago, I met a woman named Evelyn. She is 56 years old, lives in the state of Oregon, and takes great care of her health. She eats clean, practices yoga regularly, and always tries to maintain a positive mindset. However, for the past 6 months, she began waking up feeling tired. Even though she went to bed early and had no major stress, her sleep became lighter and less restful. During the day, she often felt irritable, had trouble focusing, and experienced fatigue after lunch. When speaking with me, Evelyn shared that she had a long-standing habit for the past 3 years. Every night before bed, she would brew a cup of licorice tea and read a few pages of a book. She believed it was a relaxing ritual that helped her body unwind. However, after a thorough review, we discovered that the ingredients in the licorice tea she drank nightly may have been a key factor contributing to a mild disruption in her body's biological regulation. After our consultation, Evelyn switched to drinking chamomile tea in the afternoon and completely stopped drinking tea in the evening. She also made a few other changes, such as limiting blue light exposure before bed and eating lighter meals at dinner. Within just 3 weeks, her sleep quality began to improve. She woke up feeling more refreshed. Her mood became more stable, and she no longer experienced that heavy feeling in the morning. Evelyn's story is not uncommon. Sometimes, the smallest changes bring the most noticeable results. What matters is learning to listen to your body and making adjustments at the right time. As women enter their 50s, the body becomes like a garden that needs more careful and delicate care. Every small action, from choosing a cup of tea to the time you go to sleep or the way you eat dinner, can influence your inner rhythm. Through today's sharing, I hope you have realized that not everything familiar is always beneficial. And sometimes, the habits we enjoy the most may quietly affect the precious balance inside the body. You do not need to give up everything to be healthy. You only need to make gentle adjustments and understand yourself more deeply each day. Change the timing of your tea. Switch to a different kind. Observe how your body reacts. And most importantly, do not ignore the small but meaningful signs like restless sleep, emotional instability, or frequent fatigue. Just by changing 1 cup of tea in the evening, you may open the door to better sleep, a brighter mood, and renewed vitality. This is not a miracle. It is simply the result of listening to your body and responding at the right time. If you found today's message helpful, Don't forget to subscribe to our channel to continue this gentle journey toward better health. We will keep sharing videos on nutrition, simple exercise, and herbal support to help women after 50 live stronger, more balanced lives each day. What kind of tea do you usually have in the evening? Share with us in the comments. Your story might inspire someone who needs just the right advice at the right moment.